Here we go. Here we go.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
And he's got room. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Tyler Algier
with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener.
Now the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's incomplete. took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So the interception set up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a play fake. Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Carr down to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17.
When a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Starting the drive with Algier.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Beckham goes in motion left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row. Understandable, we're going to see some of this first game of the year and a penalty.
Yeah, we are, and don't forget the emotion of it all as well. I mean, they've been building to this crescendo the entire offseason, so we may see some of this in the early part of the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, it's Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Although he's picked in the 3rd round, Desmond Ridder is actually the 2nd quarterback drafted in 2022. He may not have that first-round label, but we saw him make plenty of first-round throws while at the University of Cincinnati. He's a quick thinker, reads defense as well, and with all he led the Bearcats to, the Falcons also know they picked up a proven winner.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, now Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Carr. Open man is Michael Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back to the ground. It's Kamara.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7. They run it again with Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his car on third down. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. Fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Carr going to go on fourth down. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Ingram is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Carr going to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Aikman. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
There's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Bobby Wagner, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
Second and 6. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
A quick one here hauled in by Kamara. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr going deep here for Landry. And this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 47-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it go again. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And Charles, he was so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going on.
And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. Inside the 20. And this is going to be brought It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they like to go for two.
Ritter will throw for it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Throwing now is Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down. To throw, it's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Carr to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Troy Anderson.
That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Beckham, the return. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
First down, and they'll start with Algier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's Algier again on second down.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way.
And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Running from the gun, Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, you are on target. This is a game that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
2nd and goal from the 1. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Derek Carr scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Saints take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
This is caught. Touchdown. Demir Bird, 33 yards. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game goes.
Jarrett in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And I saw the pressure coming on. That just left-handed. It hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Black ultra. Red, yellow, stick, metal. Field, black, red, flag.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining, still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And down inside the 15 he goes. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
52 blasted.
He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
And the Saints are right back in this football game.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake. Carr. And now here's another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a quarterback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 46 yards on the play.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are right back in this football game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Richie Graham. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's success.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Tyler Algier
making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that'll carry over the back. Zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Play fake. Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. Slant pass complete to Olave. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, Winston. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taking it about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 56 yards. And the Falcons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball.
A breakaway from Michael Thomas. Touchdown. Michael Thomas. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown Falcons! Kyle Pitts. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't. Because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that will will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Falcons, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.